so let's talk a little bit about dry freezing breast milk. So I, in particular, went through this and it broke my heart. I basically lost over 2,000 ounces of frozen breast milk. I was an oversupplier, and basically my freezer went out. I couldn't figure out what was going on with it, so I lost that. Had I had the milk dry frozen, that wouldn't have happened, right? Because you put it on the shelf, you don't put it in the freezer, right? You can take it anytime, and even if I do take it out and about, let's say I take a packet or two with me, I don't have to use it that day. So if I defrost a bag of frozen breast milk, right, I only have a certain amount of time after I warm it up to give it to my baby or toss it, right? Because it will go bad. Now, obviously with dry freezing breast milk, that's not the case, because you can just take it out of the bag. Now, there is another benefit to this. So some moms, including myself, have what is called a high lipase breast milk. Lipase is an enzyme that breaks down fat in your milk, and it actually gives it a funky taste, right? That doesn't mean that it's bad, like as in shouldn't feed it to your child, right? It's just that it has like more of a irony or soapy taste, and some babies will refuse it. Like my son was mainly nursed, and I tried to give him bottle, but he would, like, for the longest time, it would be like one day he would take an ounce or two, and then he would just not take anything. And that was fresh breast milk that didn't even have that taste, right? So I struggled to give it to him in the bottle, let alone like when I defrosted something, he was not going to have it. And the thing is lipase breaks down. The breakdown of lipase is much faster in frozen breast milk. So once your breast milk is frozen, it actually the process of lipase breaking down is faster. That's why when breast milk gets defrosted, that's when whoever's drinking it, the baby in particular, is not going to want it, right? And when you dry freeze breast milk, it also takes at least some of it. Depends on how strong your lipase is at that time. But it does help with the lipase process, right? So you send them frozen breast milk, but it helps with that strong lipase taste, right? So it doesn't really have that. Now, if it has a ton of lipase, then it might still have a little bit, but it does take out quite a bit of it, right? And that essentially is better for a child that is very, very picky. Another reason, okay, so I knew someone, she was an oversupplier, and she pumped a lot of milk, and she wanted to be done before before her baby was 1. She wanted to freeze enough breast milk to have for her daughter until her daughter was 2, right? The thing is how much room. I mean, she literally was using 2 standing freezers, like literally over 5 foot tall freezers. They were packed with her breast milk to make sure that her daughter had that milk until she was 2, right? And essentially you can deep freeze your breast milk up to a year, right? So if she stopped, it could be possible to be doing that, but it takes 2 freezerfuls, large freezers, to store that, and hoping and praying that nothing happens with your electricity like it did months ago for me, like probably about 6 months ago, when I lost over 2,000 ounces. So it is an option that it gives any pumping mama the option to do that, because you don't need a freezer, you don't need 2 freezers, right? And it just it sits on your shelf, and you just grab what you need. And if you don't need it, let's say you think you need it when you're out and about for a bottle, and you don't need it that day, you just put it back or keep it like on my side pocket on my diaper bag. That's what I did for a couple days, because I grab it as it is, and when I do need it, I just use it, right, when I'm out in town. So, but I don't have to worry about it going bad. And that's essentially, and mind you, I don't know I know that I didn't mention this, but shelf life for dry freeze breast milk is 3 years. Deep freezers is up to a year, and regular freezers is 6 months. So it does give you a longer shelf life. Now, without the coupon code, let's say you didn't have my coupon code, for 40 ounces is $149, right? They send you the package that you have to, send your breast milk with, right? And then you send it to them. They send it back to you. They tell you all the entire process all along, what's gonna happen, what's happened already with your breast milk, and when it's ready to come back, they'll tell you that it's coming back, right? Um, the thing is the it's 149 for 40 ounces, right? Um, with my coupon is 119. It goes down. So um, it depends how much milk you have. It depends what your intentions are as far as pumping mom. It depends if your baby is very picky, like I said, with the lipase. Um, do you have room to even store all that breast milk? Because some moms don't. There's so many reasons that some moms may choose to do so. And so I just wanted to kind of clarify, there is definitely a need for dry freezing a mom's breast milk, and I think it is pretty awesome to be able to have that option to do so. Um, I hope it helped clarify and just kind of break down some of that, because I know some people don't know that.